We have 4 children, Taytem, Sadie, Vance, and Emily.
4's enough, isn't it?
We have a rowdy bunch. Taytem is 14. She's a typical teenager. She's sweet one minute and feisty the next. She loves cheer and kayaking, camping. When Taytem was 7 months old, her father passed away, and we didn't know what the cause of it was. We found out later that he had an aortic dissection, and they thought that it was probably due to Marfan syndrome. We had Taytem tested after that, and she did have an enlarged aorta, so we continued to watch that every 6 months. She stayed very stable for a long time.
Between 12 and 13 is when it progressed.
She came home from a weekend with her grandparents, and she had a headache. She didn't feel good. She was very dizzy, and it was hard to get her out of bed. So took her to the emergency room, and they decided it was bad enough that they would keep her. They weren't sure what was going on, so they admitted her to Shannon Hospital. We were in the hospital for 4 days, I think, and they discharged us. They didn't know what was going on. They thought maybe she had been dehydrated, and they sent us home. When I got home, she laid on the couch and cried, "Mom, something's not right." She was still dizzy, still had the headache, so I called her pediatrician, Dr. Gonzalez, and I said, "Something's not right."
I didn't really know what was happening. It's kind of hard to be a kid and that kind of stuff happen to you and you don't know what's going on, and no one can really tell you what's going on.
We brought her back, and they decided to just check her heart to see what it looked like, and turns out that her aorta was enlarged enough that they were concerned about dissection.
Yeah, it was scary.
They finally air flighted her from Shannon to Methodist, where her cardiologists are. Called in a thoracic surgeon, and we went from there. I was very scared. I knew what had happened to her dad, and I knew that dissection could be fatal, and we couldn't get her there fast enough.
After being transferred from the hospital, I kind of knew it was going to happen because I saw the measurements when they did the ultrasound. So I kind of knew it was going to come, so I was kind of at peace with it.
He told us that he was going to do a procedure called David's procedure, and her thoracic surgeon told me that he had practiced under Dr. David and had learned that procedure, and I was just, thank you, God. You know, we're in the right place at the right time. It was a really long surgery, and I'm a nurse, so I knew what was going on in there, and I knew what they were doing to my baby. I knew she was on a bypass machine, and to see her come out on the table, it was just a sigh of relief. She was in ICU for 4 days after the surgery.
That was the worst part.
Yeah.
Recovery was 10 times worse than what we felt during the surgery, because we could see her, we could see the pain she was in.
Pain, that's all I remember. My brain's kind of blocked out a lot of it.
She turned 13 in the pediatric ICU. And that was so hard because she didn't want to celebrate her birthday. She wanted everybody to go away. She just wanted to be left alone.
Before I had surgery, I told myself that I was going to be out of ICU before my birthday. And when I didn't, I think that just kind of put me in a deeper hole.
I was really concerned about her when we got home. At first, she was so happy to be home. And then she started getting depressed. It's like everything that she had just been through came crashing down on her.
It really did just all hit me at the same time. I realized what I had gone through and what was happening, and it scared me.
Taytem saw her pediatric cardiologist 2 weeks ago. Everything's stable. They monitor her entire body, all of her arteries, to make sure that none of them have any aneurysms come up, because with Loeys-Dietz syndrome, an aneurysm could happen in any major artery, but everything is stable, and we'll continue to monitor every 6 months, and we do a total body MRI every year. Taytem's come back to herself, what she was before the surgery. She's back to her normal activities.
I feel fine. I feel back the way I was, maybe even a little better. Just to have my normal life back and not have one thing control it.
Taytem is a miracle because she's come through obstacle after obstacle, and she's come out the same kid that she went in as.
I think Children's Miracle Network is very beneficial. The reasons you're in the hospital's not good with what Children's Miracle Network provides is far greater than what you would normally experience.
Children's Miracle Network is able to help shine a positive light on a negative situation.
Please support Children's Miracle Network
and help a miracle like me.